Parameter and statistic are closely related terms that are important for the determination of the sample size. Many have trouble understanding the difference between parameter and statistic, but it's important to know what exactly these measures mean and how to distinguish them. Parameters are numbers that summarize data for an entire population. A parameter is a fixed measure describing the whole population. Population being a group of people, things, animals, phenomena that share common characteristics.
Starting with the first example, it says a study of every national park sales receipts for August shows they brought in an average of $10 million of revenue. So, when I read this, I see this phrase. Every national park sales receipts. The phrase every means I've looked at every single member of the population. So I'm gonna say that this average that they calculated is parameter. Other example. After viewing the arrival times of every flight that landed at Meara last month, it was determined that on-time rate for flights into Meara was 68%. So, here, we see that they reviewed every flight, the times of every flight. So, this percentage is a population of parameter.
So, statistic is a characteristic of a sample, a portion of the target population. Statistics are numbers that summarize data from a sample, some subset of the entire population. Let's make it clearer with example provided. So, a researcher is interested in knowing the average monthly income of all UMAC working students. And the researcher observed a random sample of 500 UMAC working students and find that their average monthly income is 18,500 pesos. The statistics here is the average monthly income of 500 sample of UMAC working students is 18,500 pesos, wherein the 500 students will be the actual numerical description of all UMAC working students. It is a portion of the population.
The second example is based on sample of 800 surveys executives. It was found that 45% of them would not hire anyone whose job application contained a typographical error. The 45% executives who will not hire anyone whose job application contained a typographical error is the statistic. It is a measure that was derived from the 800 survey executives. Therefore, the partial here, which is the 45% executives, will be the statistics.
Probability distribution of a discrete random variable. The probability distribution of a discrete random variable x is a list of each possible value of x, together with the probability that x takes that value in one trial of the experiment. The probabilities in the probability distribution of a random variable x must satisfy the following two conditions. One is each probability must be between 0 and 1, and the sum of all possible probabilities is 1.
Example, let us construct the probability distribution of the following random variable x. A mother is giving birth to a twin. Let x denotes the number of boys. So, if x denotes the number of boys, so what are the possible values of x? So, alamin muna natin yung possible outcomes kapag ang mother ay nagbibigay ng birth sa twin. What are the possible outcomes? Boy-boy, boy-girl, girl-boy, girl-girl. Saan natin nakuha yung possible outcomes na yan?
So, ito yung sa tree diagram natin. So, kung gusto niyo makita, ito siya. So, ano yung possible value ng x natin? Pwede siyang baby, pwede siyang isang boys, at pwede rin walang boys. So the possible value of x are 0, 1, and 2. Let us construct the probability distribution x, and we have probability of x.
What is the probability of 0? Anong probability na walang boy? So, mayroon tayong 4 na possible outcomes at isa lang dyan yung possibility na walang boy. So, we have 1 out of 4 or 1 over 4. Next, ano naman yung probability ng 1 or isang boy? So, meron tayong ditong boy-girl at girl-boy. So, 2 out of 4, we have 1/2. Next naman, anong probability ng dalawang boy? So, ito lang siya, boy-boy. We have 1 out of 4. Tignan natin kung nagsasatisfied siya doon sa property. Kailangan daw ang probability ng bawat values ng random variable at less than 1 or from 0 to 1. 1/4, 2/4, 1/4. Okay, nagsatisfied siya. Sa unang property and other property is dapat ang sum ng lahat ng probability na ito ay 1. So, i-add natin 4 over 4 is equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung na-construct natin na probability distribution.
Continuous random variables. A continuous random variables is one which takes an infinite number of possible values. Continuous random variables are usually measurements. So para mas madali niyong malaman na continuous siya, lagi siyang merong decimals or fractions like 2.1, 2.2, 3.4, and so on.
So, ang example ng continuous, let's say the temperature reading of each patient in a hospital. Pwede tayong magkaroon ng 37.4, 39.4. So, makikita nyo naman na meron silang mga decimal points. And another example is let we say the speed of the car. Diba alam naman natin na pwede ang speed ng car ay 70.5 km per hour or 90.3 km per hour. Magkakaroon tayo ng point sa speed ng car. Another example, the amount of rainfall in each month, isa siyang continuous random variable dahil yung amount ng rainfall may express as decimals.